2343 Game of the World Tree. Kai was so stunned that he did not even react to that last statement. The three of them simply remained still for a while, observing the magnificent sight of the enormous tree. The bark of the tree was dark, while its branches were bare and shrouded in snow. Its branches were like a frozen nebula, while the tree itself was like the axis of the world, rising above the sea of clouds much higher than even the surrounding mountains. Sunny could not see its roots, but he suspected that it was at least 10 times taller than the Soul Devourer had been at its peak. Of course, it was still infinitely smaller than the inconceivable tree whose stump he had witnessed at the heart of the burned forest. Eventually, Kai exhaled and said slowly, "It's like I'm looking at a world tree." Sunny shook his head. "I've seen the actual world tree once. It is located north of the Forgotten Shore, and all that remains of it is an unfathomably enormous stump. This one, well, maybe it's a sapling of the world tree." He studied the tree for a while, then said with a hint of doubt in his voice, "Perhaps it is. We don't really know what this miniature realm is made of, and if these mountains are even real. But if this tree is indeed real and is a child of the Heart God's world tree, then it might very well be the thing that holds this entire realm together. Ariel might have used it as the core of his game's world." There was no evidence to prove his theory, really, but Sunny was inclined to believe it. But even if he was WROing, just to be safe. "Whatever you do, Kai, don't look inside that tree." The charming archer raised an eyebrow. "Why?" Sunny hesitated for a moment. If it really is the central element of this world's structure, then it might very well be the source of the being beneath the clouds, or at least connected to it. Who knows what slithers deep inside that enormous trunk? You might see something that your mind can't endure. Kai shivered. Sunny studied the tree a bit more, then scratched his head. "It does make me wonder, though. Currently, it's shrouded in snow. How the hell will it become covered in ash if we conquer it? A tree can't erupt with lava, can it?" He chuckled. Would it bloom if it was conquered by the ash domain? Or would it literally spew molten rock? The latter was not impossible. Considering the size of the giant tree, its roots could very well stretch wide and deep enough to reach the mantle of this artificial world, or maybe even its molten core, if it even had those. In any case, Sunny was more interested in something else. There was a snow devil guarding the central square on the jade board. "Can you see it?" Kai glanced into the distance. He remained silent for a while, then hurriedly glanced down. "Yes, I think so." Sunny sighed. "So, what kind of horror is it this time? A bestial monstrosity with rotting flesh? An eerie, creepy wraith? No, don't tell me, it's some kind of insect, isn't it? Damnation, why does it always have to be insects?" Kai lingered for a moment, then shook his head. "No, it looks like a human to me." Sunny frowned. "A human? No, wait, is it human, or does it look for a human?" Kai lingered with the answer. "I'm not sure. That devil, he's just sitting there with his legs crossed. But I can't really discern any details, I think that he glanced back at me, too." Sunny considered the new information silently. Devils were sentient, intelligent, and cunning. They also wielded unholy powers, much like Awakened wielded aspect abilities. More importantly, this particular devil was either great, or cursed. The former was tolerable, but the latter was truly bad news. At that moment, Kai suddenly added, "There is something peculiar about that devil. I am not sure what it is, but I think I saw something behind him, like a string that glistened for a short second. In fact, I had the same feeling when looking at the other snow abominations we faced, as well. All of them are a bit peculiar." Sunny gave him a dark look. "Hey, I am already on edge, so there's no need to say creepy things to scare me even more, okay?" The moon was rising above the sea of clouds, and the snow-covered branches of the enormous tree shone in its pale light. He sighed. "Damn it. Anyway, be prepared to fight that thing, whatever it is. This next dawn was going to be a perilous one for them." The snow worm and the clockwork giant were still 2 moves away, but the snow devil could attack the newborn volcano in one meaning that it could attack them in the morning. As long as it was willing to, commanded to. Sunny still did not know what level of control the snow tyrant had over the other snow figures. It was in the nature of nightmare creatures to attack beings whose souls were devoid of corruption in a murderous frenzy, but if the tyrant was in control of these abominations, then it could suppress their demented, overwhelming desire for a while. After all, Sunny was the Ash Taiji ant, and he was accompanied by 2 ash beasts. They had already shown their ability to eliminate snow figures, so the snow tyrant could show reluctance to send its devil into battle alone. They would just have to wait and see. And so, they did. In the morning, as the sun rose above the horizon and illuminated the sea of clouds with radiant golden light, ethereal glass bridges connected the volcano to the surrounding mountains once more, and to the enormous tree, as well. Behind them, the volcano they had left yesterday was conquered by the clockwork giant and was covered by snow once again. To the left, the snow worm crawled to a new PEAC and coiled around it, blocking the way west. And the snow devil remained where he was, not in a hurry to attack. Sunny cursed quietly. It was good news that they would not have to fight the devil today. However, it was also terrible news, because all clues pointed to the fact that the snow tyrant was capable not only of controlling the snow figures, but also of doing it strategically. He grimaced and glanced away from the snow-covered tree, his eyes turning a few shades darker. We are going to kill that grotesque worm in the evening. Get ready. It seemed that he would finally slay his first cursed beast. 2344 Nature of the Beast. There were a few minutes left before sunset. Sunny, Kai, and Slayer were on the slope of the volcano, waiting for the obsidian bridges to span the vast divide between them and the mountain where the snow worm lay in wait. Sunny was calm, while Slayer was her usual malevolent self. Kai, however, seemed worried. Watching him count his arrows for the 10th time, Sunny sighed. That worm is a beast. Which means that it is huge, strong, and dumb. Dealing with a dumb beast is not that difficult, however, it is also of the CUGest rank. Which means that it is a lesser god. I know that you are a specialist in killing dragons, Kai, but have you ever killed a god? The charming archer slowly shook his head. No, have you? Sunny chuckled. Not really. I did kill a dead god once, though. Kai took a deep breath, prompting Sunny to smile. It was a minor god, and the Shadow Realm did most of the job. I only dealt it the last blow. He paused for a moment, then shrugged. I have yet to slay a cursed beast, but in normal circumstances, it would not have been too big of a problem. Sadly, I am severely weakened by the current circumstances. So, we will have to really apply ourselves today. If we don't kill that thing before night comes, we'll probably die. They did not simply have to kill the snow worm, they had to kill it before the sun disappeared behind the horizon. If they failed to slay the cursed beast in time, they would have to retreat to the volcano. And if they did, all 3 snow abominations would attack them come dawn, 2 cursed beasts and a devil of unknown rank. Defeat was not guaranteed, but Sunny did not count their chances of repelling all 3 nightmare creatures high. He smiled. I did watch good old Anvil fight a cursed tyrant once, though. So, I know a thing or two about fighting gods. Sunny considered his words for a moment. Fighting a god, lesser or otherwise, is different from fighting any other nightmare creature. That is because gods exist outside the boundary of absolute laws that govern all of existence. They are not free from them, but, let's just say that they have more liberty in interpreting how these laws work, as applied to them. What I mean to say is that the existence of deities, from the point of view of us mortals, is inherently irrational. He shook his head. That is a long way to say that when we engage the snow worm, you should not be surprised when weird things start to happen. Kai chuckled. Weird things. Oh. I think I have developed a high tolerance to weirdness, after spending some time with you, I mean. I guess you truly are a demigod, Sunny. In more ways than just one. Sunny gave him an oblivious look. Huh, what do you mean? Me, weird? Kai blinked a couple of times. Forget I said anything. He remained silent for a bit, then spoke again. I am curious, though. You and Nephis, you want to become sacred yourselves, don't you? Sunny was a little surprised by the question. He shrugged. I am not sure that it is something that we want. Rather, it is a means to an end. It's something that we have to do. Kai smiled. Doesn't that mean that, soon enough, you will become inherently irrational, too? Aren't you afraid? Sunny scratched the back of his head. Well, I haven't thought about the issue from that point of view, before. He hesitated. But, yes, I am a bit afraid. Actually, I am very afraid. Of what I will become, and what I won't be anymore. He remained silent for a while, then shrugged. But I have some experience with that. Becoming something new and leaving some of myself behind, I mean. I am not sure if I should say this, but, did you know? Actually, Sunny glanced at Kai somberly. You may not believe it, but I haven't always been this good looking. Kai stared at him. Ah. Sunny gave him a solemn nod. Indeed, I know it's hard to believe, but if anyone can, it's you. After all, you can sense when people tell lies. Kai cleared his throat. I see. So, correct me if I am wrong. But are you saying that you becoming attractive is a change of the same magnitude as someone mortal becoming a god? Sunny stared at him with indignation. I am definitely not. That bastard. But at least Kai wasn't counting his arrows anymore. Instead, he shook his head and laughed quietly. For what it's worth, I doubt you'll avenue a lot of yourself behind even if you do become a deity, Sunny. I am not sure how to describe it, but, you seem like someone who will always be himself, no matter the circumstances. Sunny smiled. Then, he frowned. Are you, perchance, implying that I am already so weird that becoming any weirder will be impossible? Kai coughed. No, naturally not. I definitely was not implying that. Sunny grinned. Good, good, because if you had, I was going to take it as a challenge. Just then, the sun finally touched the horizon, and the volcano they were standing on spat out a billowing cloud of ash. Soon enough, a bridge of glossy obsidian connected the ashen slope to the distant mountain, glowing in the scarlet radiance of the dying sun. Sunny smiled. Let's hurry. You know what they say, the early bird gets the worm. He jumped down to the surface of the bridge, utterly appalled by himself. Gods, what the hell did I just say? Did I really say that? The early bird gets the worm. It seemed that hanging out with Kai so much after being deprived of the charming archer's company for so long was having a negative impact on his sanity. That joke was truly, unforgivably terrible, worthy of being spoken by that despicable old fool, Jest. The last thing Sunny wanted was to resemble Jest in any shape or form. Groaning inwardly, he rushed forward. He had to kill a cursed beast, and he had to do it quickly.